Hello, I'm Mickey Zeta, and this is Sunday Night Wine with Mickey. I have a little glass of wine here, and I'm cheering your weekend. I hope you had a terrific weekend and a lot of fun. I'm in Connecticut, and it's beautiful. It's so nice and warm. You can hear all the birds chirping. Man, I'm just loving this weather. I'm going to turn my camera just a little bit. All right, there we go. So before I get into my topic, which is a Henry Ford quote, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. But before I get into that, I'm going to say I've had a couple of conversations this week. Hi, Jan. Glad to have you here. You're so loyal. I appreciate it. I don't think you've hardly missed any live videos, and thank you so much for that. So what I'm going to talk about, the actual topic, is what I said. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And that's an old Henry Ford quote. But here's what I'm going to talk about first. You know that I'm doing a new project, a series of podcasts with attorneys addressing child custody cases involving abusive dads. And that's coming together really well. I'm talking to quite a few attorneys. I think that's going to be fun. I'm figuring out when it's going to start, how it's all going to come together. But this week I was asked by a couple of different women, how do I get out of an abusive relationship? My husband is a policeman. He's a police officer. Where can I go? What can I do? Anywhere I go, he's going to know where I am. How do I go without my car or in my car? And, somebody is going to find me, see my license plate, report back to him where I am, and I'm afraid he'll kill me. The stories were so similar. And you know what? I never thought about that. I never thought about the exponential level of fear, level of danger involved with an abusive police officer. Now, I'm hopeful that there aren't very many abusive police officers out there, but I don't know. And I really don't know what to tell these women. So I'm going to start a series. I'm not sure how that's going to work exactly, but it's such an important topic. And it's one that that penetrates the lives of so many women. So if you are a woman who has escaped your domestic abuser who was a police officer, I'd really like to hear from you. I'd like to, and you can be anonymous. That's okay. You can, we don't have to use your name. We don't have to use your area. Nothing like that, because I understand it's hard enough leaving an abuser, but when he's got the connections that police officers have, man, that takes it to a whole different level. I get it. And these women are afraid that they're not going to be believed. That's something that we all think, isn't it? That we won't be believed. That when we come forward and we say, my husband abuses me, nobody's going to believe us. And these women use other excuses, just like we did. I walked into a door, I fell down the stairs, whatever. We all have done that. So, but it goes to a new level when your abuser is a policeman. Love to hear from you. If you know somebody who escaped from an abuser who's a cop, from their husband or from their significant other, even dating, whatever, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at mickeyzeta7@gmail.com. You can IM me right here or comment below this video. This is something I think is really important. It's an issue that needs to be addressed, and I don't have the resources. I don't have the resources yet. I don't have it yet, but I will have it, and it's going to be a series. So thank you so much for that. Now I'm going to talk about whether you think you can or you think you can't. You're right. Sometimes that's try. Try is the same thing. You can't try. You either do it or you don't. I used to tell my clients, I have this pencil in my hand. Try to pull it out of my hand. Either you pull it out or you don't. And that's true with everything in life. Either you do it or you don't, right? Either it's done or it's not. You say, I'm going to lose pounds. I'm going to lose 10 pounds by August. Well, then August comes, and either you've lost the weight or you haven't, right? And it's up to us. The action is up to us. But it comes down to what we believe. What do we believe? I'm going to talk about weight again. When I was overweight, and I've lost 50 pounds. I lost 50 pounds about 21 years ago. They haven't come back. I don't say I lost them. They've gone. They've gone away. I don't like to say lost because I don't want to find them again. I don't want them coming back. So I haven't lost them. They're gone. They are gone. So it's the same thing. And it was not easy for me to decide to lose that weight. It was a health issue. When I was diagnosed with diabetes, I knew that if I lost weight, that if I reduced my weight, get rid of. If I got rid of, Jan, thank you. When I got rid of that weight, my blood sugar would be normal. And that's what happened. I lost 50 pounds. I got rid of, I got rid of 50 pounds. It's the same thing with getting rid of an abusive partner. Sometimes we leave and that partner is still in our heads. We haven't gotten rid of that person. That person is living in our minds. You know what? I've said before, and I'll say it again, when I decided to do Surviving Abuse podcast, I contacted a therapist of mine. I said, Dr. Jim, this is what I'm going to do. And you know what he told me? And you've heard this before. It's worth saying again, and I remind myself all the time. Dr. Jim said, Mickey, as long as you don't talk about your story, as long as you don't speak your truth, he's still abusing you. You have not gotten rid of him. You have not gotten rid of what he's taught you in your head. You're continuing to live the life that he created, not the life you created. You're still protecting him. Oh my gosh, I was still protecting him. I know that we love our abusers. We've addressed that before. I know that when we leave, we feel guilty. We wonder, did I overreact? Did I do something wrong? But go back to what you believe is what matters in your life. Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. One of the women that I spoke with, whose husband is a policeman, she has a million reasons why she can't. Hi, Teresa. So glad to have you here. She has a million reasons why she can't leave, and they're legitimate. They're valid. They are real. He knows all the shelters in her area. How can she just disappear? And how can she just walk away someday and never show back up in that he can find her? I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I don't even know if it can work. But as long as you believe that it can't, that it won't work, it's not going to. So my suggestion to both the women dealing with the policemen and to pretty much other people, almost everybody that I talk to, be open. You have to be open to the fact that there is a way. There is a way. I don't know what it is, and you don't know what it is either. It doesn't matter whether you know or you don't. It's going to show up. You just have to be open to it. You're going to listen to Oprah someday, or you're going to listen to Dr. Phil, or you're going to read a book, or watch a TV movie, catch something on NPR, read a magazine article. Something is going to happen. Something will click where you say, oh yeah, I can do this. I've been thinking I can't, but I can, and here's how. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because it's huge. It's huge in every person's life. Whether we think we can or we think we can't, we're right. I hope you'll give that some thought throughout the next few days. And man, this is an exciting weekend. This is 4th of July weekend for those of us living in the United States. So I'm going to not do Wednesday Night Live this week. People are going to be out watching fireworks and doing other things. So I'm going to do Wednesday Night Live on Thursday this week. So it will not be July 4th. It'll be July 5th. I hope that you'll think about the things I've talked about here. Know that you can make a change in your life, whatever your situation is. When you're out of abuse and you're still having to deal with your abuser because of your children, there's all kinds of things. And I get that, but if we think this is what it's going to be forever, guess what? This is what it's going to be forever. So don't do that. Don't do that. Be open, and don't be in a hurry. We don't know when this solution is going to show up, but it will. It will. We just have to believe it, and we have to be open to it. And then, of course, we have to be ready to take action. So have a plan. Start to put together some kind of a plan. If you know anyone, or if you are a person who has escaped abuse by a police officer, living with a police officer, please contact me. I want to talk with you. Anybody who helped you get out, I think it's really important. I'm going to say I need information that I don't have. I'm looking for information I don't have. Thank you for providing that for me. Thank you for contacting me. Thank you for referring me to places and people and organizations that will help gather information in that area. Remember that I will not be back on Wednesday. I'll be back on Thursday, so have a lot of fun on the 4th of July. I hope that you have a fabulous, fabulous holiday, that you enjoy yourself, that it's safe, and I will be back on Thursday, July 5th. Thanks a bunch. I appreciate you being here. A lot of people are on. Check out my website, survivingabusenetwork.com, survivingabusenetwork.com. And don't forget, if you want to help support Surviving Abuse Network, go to patreon.com/Surviving Abuse Network. Patreon.com, Surviving Abuse Network. I'm sorry, Surviving Abuse Network, no.com. And $5 a month. It's like a Starbucks coffee once a month. $5 a month makes a big difference, and I appreciate your support, and so do all the women who rely on Surviving Abuse Network for inspiration, for education, and for empowerment. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful holiday week, and I will see you on Thursday.